It was a showstopper for the wrong reason. Equipment failure sends 8 acrobats plunging to the ground. It was a frightening fall witnessed by thousands of people. I'm Paula Evans.
And I'm Jonathan Elias. Good to have you along tonight. Well, tonight investigators are zeroing in on a clamp that inexplicably failed. Christina Hager joining us live in Providence tonight with the very latest on what's happening down there. Christina?
Well, Jonathan, it was a version of this sort of clamp that investigators say broke. The one involved in this accident is called a carabiner clamp. It was made of steel and it had an automatic self-locking system. Investigators now trying to figure out why it gave way. This show must not go on in Providence anymore. The elephants are moving out, and so are circus crew members, thinking about their 8 co-workers in the hospital.
Are you worried about your friends or anything?
We are, but sorry, thank you.
This was the hair-hanging act Sunday morning when 8 acrobats suddenly fell 30 to 40 feet, landing on a performer below. The arena went dark as emergency crews rushed in. There were broken bones, skull fractures, all in front of thousands of spectators forced outside. A day later, customers came for refunds. All remaining Providence shows canceled.
My daughter is 9, and she was very, very disappointed.
In a series of clamps running from above the ceiling to the acrobats, investigators say the clamp that broke attached to the very top and center of what the circus calls a human chandelier.
It ended up in 3 pieces. So there's a break on the spine. The gate was dislodged from its pivot point, its hinge.
Inspectors say the clamp was rated for 10 times the weight it carried here. They don't know why it gave way, but they hope to find out as what we knew as the greatest show on earth moves to Connecticut later this week.
Do a thorough inspection once the rigging gets down and reset up and rehearse in Hartford later this week.
And will that include the aerial performances?
Not that aerial performance.
A couple of those performers still in critical condition, but none of them in a life-threatening situation. Now, as OSHA investigates, Providence's public safety commissioner says the circus had all the proper permits, that circus crews had actually inspected that clamp before the show, and now investigators are looking into the possibility of a problem at the manufacturing level. At the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, I'm Christina Hager, WBZ News. Jonathan, back to you.
Christina, thank you. Ringling Brothers recently inspected the rigging, and an expert we spoke with says that a visual inspection would not necessarily find the problem. Stephen Santos has written textbooks about circus rigging. He is the founder of the Simply Circus School in Newton. He says it is possible that metal fatigue caused the failure. An X-ray may be the only way to detect the problem because it usually happens inside the piece. He says it is better to periodically just change the part.
You're going to basically look at it and say, okay, this piece is good for this many hours of use, and we're going to replace it, you know, round about the time it's that we think that it's going to be reaching the end of its serviceability life.
OSHA says its investigation could include an inspection of the worksite and equipment, interviews with workers and management, and a review of records. But right now, the agency says it is just too early to determine how long the investigation will take.